Well, man, I'm excited to be here with you guys as always. Anybody have a success story to share that they would love to that happened last week? They're like, man, I just can't believe this is happening to me. I know Martine does, so we'll give Martine the floor here. So Martine's always got success stories. Hey, did you get any subdivisions with like 4 million homes in it or something like that? Did you win any of those yet? All
Yeah,
right.
I'm still working on a few that I'm actually going to a meeting right now for it.
Awesome, brother. Awesome, man. I appreciate you, man. I was gonna reach out to you today, so or sometime this week for sure. Let's catch up.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to start with anybody else. Anybody have anything they want to share? They're like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened, or this is happening, or with what's going on. And then I'm going to share with you guys some cool stuff today that you guys are going to get to play with. First and foremost, I want to share the sponsors of the show. Premier Lending, of course, sponsored the show. You guys can see this on MLO Live. I put the sponsors there, so we got. The Ocala Room is, if anybody's here as an agent, that Premier Lending, Preferred Education, which is the CE course that was on about a week and a half ago, and then Model Match, who don't miss Thursday. Model Match is on Thursday, on our show on Thursday. So super excited about that. Lynn, I know you're excited about this. You text me, so excited to share. I want to lead up to a couple things. I want to share a testimonial from me presenting what I'm going to share with you today. And let me just do that really quick. And let's see, I'm going to go screens. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to do this. Let me just back off. I want to set this up, and I want to share another story. I'm trying to run everything here. Where's Devin? Devin called me. He's checked out for the day. So let me just share this really quick. It's 2 seconds, but I did a presentation for I think there was 15 agents in a room. And then let's see, who's that?
Just start.
All right, so we got that. So here it is. All right, so that was me sharing what I'm going to share with you today. So I've presented this stuff, and I've presented it a lot, and I keep sharing it, and I wanted to get some feedback from it. And I want to share one video first that I think you guys will appreciate, and I want to lean into it a little bit. So let me share this really quick, and then we'll get on with it. Oops. All right. All right, so the reason I want to share that is, guys, we gotta be learning this stuff. We have to be always mastering our craft. We have to take time out of our day to master what is happening in the AI space, in the relationship space. I've said for a couple years now that we were a transaction-based business for 20 years until COVID hit, and it's like, oh shit, what is happening? And now we have to be relationship-based. I could play a couple videos that Elon just did, and it's like, oh my god, this is freaky. So again, I don't have time. This is a Jamieism. Like, can you guys all agree that I don't have all day to share with you? So I'm going to give you some good stuff, and then you guys can go in and break it and tell me, what you guys think of it, which would be greatly appreciated. So, can I get a big shout out for Reddick, Michael Jordan's team? You guys watching this? I got a little like, oh my god moment there. You guys know the 23, right? Like, so Squirrel, I know. But all right, so let me just share with you the what I call Agent AI Fuel. You guys are going to have plenty of this because of the sponsors. They're like, dude, Scotty, just give it to them. We'll like, let me know how many sign up. We'll take care of you. So that's why I opened the door to this, and I want you guys to use this. I want to share with you how I'm using it, how you can use it, and if you're an agent on this call, how you as an agent can take advantage. So the biggest problem I feel inside of AI is the prompting and how to use it, and we're not even touching the surface of how to use. So I'm going to give you the link here, how to use AI. So one of the biggest challenges is prompting, and we go in like, oh, we prompt this and prompt that, and then do this and do that, and then we're like, wait, like what do we do with the prompt, right? Like, okay, I prompted this. I'm like, okay, like what do I do with this? And so what I've done is I've created this thing called AI Agent AI Fuel, and which I so what I did is I took the prompting mindset out of it, and I'm like, okay, just give them the prompts. And so here's the site, if you will. You guys can go here. Don't miss what I'm going to share with you, because obviously I can't share it all, but I'm going to share some stuff that, and you guys can sign up for this later. So I'm going to share a couple of mindsets. Does anybody here remember when I shared the flower pot strategy years ago? Does anybody remember the flower pot strategy long time ago?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Rick, I know you do, bro. There was over 1,000 people that logged onto that call. So this is Agent AI Fuel. So you can go here. All you gotta do is click Get Started, start your momentum. I'm gonna do one thing really quick. I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna share my actual screen. I just go here. All right, let's see. Windows, Chrome tab, Agent AI Fuel. Okay. This one. Okay, cool. All right. So inside of Agent AI Fuel, what I did is I've put all the things that I've done and talked about into Agent AI Fuel. But more importantly, I'm adding, and Lynn, I don't know if you've seen even this yet or logged into it, but I put a divorce hub in here, which is insane. So a lot of this stuff is AI driven. It generates AI stuff for you. One of the things that I've done is I put in, if you go to the daily actions. So if you close these all out. And I'm trying not to get squirrel on you because I'm over the moon excited about this, because I'm having such an amazing response from, and it's really true. As you guys have heard the testimonial from the agent that has seen it, she hasn't even seen some of this stuff. So when you first come in, you have your daily actions, and you can set up your profile. Before I even get started, down in the settings tab down here, there's a settings tag, profile settings, and I want you to share this with your agents or whatever. You can customize your panel if you're like, Scotty, I don't even want to see that stuff. You can turn it off. You can turn off all the stuff that obviously there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of it's AI driven. And then, under your profile settings, you can upload your logo, your pic, all your information. The reason the agents want it, you can dictate your colors of how you want the stuff to print out, because there's some stuff you can print out that I'm going to show you that'll just within minutes blow your mind, that an agent can use to go to a listing presentation. You can use as a buyer presentation to get them ready for different things. So what I would do is start at the daily actions, click on all the things. Here's today's priorities. It's going to give you some things. Here's that daily success plan that I talk about every single day. And I actually stop right here and I say, listen, if you just do these things right here, you don't go any further, but you literally likes, comments, happy birthdays, past database calls, old leads, text messages, you will have more opportunities in the year to come. And I go, does anybody disagree with me? If you're touching 50 a week, 200 a month, literally connecting, engaging, interacting, reminding people who you are, what you do for a living, and staying visible, that you won't have more opportunities. Every agent, every single time goes, absolutely. Okay, cool. All right, so just do that. If you do nothing else, log in and do this. And under each one, there's a video to watch on how to do it, okay? I'm not gonna spend any time on there. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Guys, if you just do this, I've had, I don't know if Kelly Taylor's here, but John Hinks works with John Hinks. Kelly Taylor, quick story. She did a happy birthday video. Said, hey, I just want to wish you happy birthday. I hope all is well. She gets invited to an open house, and I'm shortcutting it. She gets invited to an open house. The open house was the broker owner. The broker owner then invites her to her office with 10 other agents to present in front of 10 other agents. She's now working with several of those agents in that office from a happy birthday video. Okay. I show you how to do the happy birthday video. There's an active deals tab. If you want to come in here and put your active deals in here, you don't have to. Everybody has a CRM, but if you want a simplified version, it literally if you click on the I call them button, it'll say when you want to talk to them next. If you click on the text button, when everyone triggers it. It also has a smart follow-up. If you click it, it'll generate a follow-up script for you. If you want to do a drip campaign, it'll generate a drip campaign for you. And it's all AI driven with a text, email, phone, text, email, phone. So there's no more. So as you can see, I prompted this thing to do things that we as agents or loan officers should be doing anyway with the people that know, like, and trust us. And this is where, if you're using, I always like to say, and I say this in the room, AI is not going to take us out. The people not using AI are going to take us out, right? Here's the payment calculator that I showed a while back that I think several of you are using. If you're not, man, you need to be, because it shows the rent versus buy, especially now that rates went up again. Hopefully they'll be coming back down. The market did amazing yesterday. So thank you, Trump, for killing the war. Waiting. So when you go to PDF this is why you fill out your profile. You generate PDF and you put the rent versus own in there, and it pops up. It shows you a rent versus own printout.
Turf entry, Emily AP.
And the agents can do this as well. So, and then obviously it has your info at the top with your logo and all that kind of cool stuff. So as you fill that out, you can go there. But now you can talk intelligently about the rent versus own and the cost of waiting. And let them make a decision. Hey, we're still going to wait. Okay, cool, perfect. Seller net sheet. So as I talk to agents, as I do presentations to agents, I'm like, what do you guys want? So I just put a seller net sheet. I can really quick, and I'm going to show you something really cool on the seller net sheet here in just a minute. Investor analyzer. If you work with an investor and you want to, like, okay, what's the cash flow going to be on this home? Put in the information, analyze the deal. And there's a demo field on all of the stuff. I have a demo field. So when you're showing your agents this stuff, you can literally hit the demo, analyze the deal, and it'll give you breakdown. And then you can save PDF and print it out for them, or send it to them, obviously, as a PDF. So it gives you the cash flow of the property. You can change the estimated monthly rent. You can annual appreciation, all kinds of cool stuff. Market pulse, you're like, I want to be the master of my market. So you put in the market, and I'm just showing you some basic stuff, then I'll get into the fun stuff. But your market, you put in whatever you want, state, zip code. So if I put in Daytona Beach, Florida, 32124, and I hit generate, you can do this on the, you can do, it gives you, so the link right here is right there, Agent Net Fuel. So it gives you the market snapshot. And I've surveyed this many times with different people, and they're like right on the money. So talking points, social media caption, you can take that, put it in ChatGPT, spin it. So now it's generating content for you. All right. So those are daily actions. So here's some of the cool stuff. AI. So you have a question for AI, you just ask it in here. This is all AI driven. You want to role play. I'd show this. Agents love this. I want to role play a listing presentation. I want to role play a buyer presentation, price reduction, expired listing, FSBO, objection heavy client, investor pitch. You can literally role play with AI. Objections. Here's all the most common objections. Anybody heard any of these? We're not in a rush. The market is too unpredictable. We have a friend. So if I just go, market's going unpredictable. Okay. Let's just see what to say with that. So you click it, AI goes in, generates some responses. I've checked all these, and they're pretty cool. Now, what I do say at this point when I get to here is I say, listen, we have, what do they say, 7,000 things coming at us on a daily basis at any given time. Like, we're literally, I said, here's the thing. If you are not in the zone when you're talking to one of your buyers, one of your sellers, one of your investors, a refi client, I don't care who you are, you're not in the zone, you might miss out on an opportunity, or you might miss the deal altogether because you're not in the zone. So what this system can do is help you get back into the zone very quickly, give you like an emotion part of it. Response one, the market is too unpredictable. So it gives you an acknowledge the concern, empathy. It kind of puts you back in the zone of how you should respond or can respond to these things. All right. So you can go through all of these and get a feel for what you're dealing with. As you hear the objections, you can come back to it. All right. There's a negotiation coach. You want to negotiate with somebody. And you're like, man, I just don't know how to negotiate with that. You can put in the description, or you can pick one of these to have as an objection. So you can kind of go there. And Greg's on here. Greg wanted to market to expireds, right, Greg? So he's like, dude, how do I do that? So I'm like, all right, cool. Just put it in. I'm marketing to expireds. Here's the script outreach up here, and here's the objection handling. So script outreach, objection handling. All right, that's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna skip because I want to leave time for questions and stuff. So I'm gonna skip to AI presentation. So there's a divorce hub, which has all kinds of cool stuff, communication scripts, divorce referral, like all kinds of cool stuff here. There's an investor hub. There's a non-QM hub. You're talking to an investor. You want to talk about different loans, loan matcher, which loan works. There's all kinds of different loans in here and how to like talk, how to learn, how to master your craft. Like I said at the beginning, objection scripts. But here's where it gets fun. AI presentation. Okay, so I put some cool. Hey Rick, remember when I talked about the flower pot strategy? You haven't heard, you haven't seen this yet, have you?
No.
All right, so see the fill demo. This is so cool. So you fill the demo. You put in your information. This is all you fill in. Little bit of information about the situation. Okay, you're going to a listing presentation. Okay. I always talk about how to walk into a listing presentation and say, here is what I've done for you already. Instead of, here's what I'm going to do for you to get your home sold.
Nice. Very nice.
Does that make sense? Let me just show you what this creates, okay? It creates a listing presentation. This just makes me want to get back into real estate. I got to be honest. All right. It gives you the MLS description, but here's where it gets fun. So it gives you all this stuff. Okay. It gives you a link to all of this. If you upload a photo of the house, I'll show you where this is. It gives you all the information for that specific property. It gives you the property description. It gives you property highlights. The upsizing, who the ideal buyer is for this home. Because AI goes in and finds it when you put in the information. Your neighborhood is on fire. It talks about your neighborhood. Talks about market snapshot. So it throws the market snapshot in here of what's happening in how many days and how many listings and all that kind of cool stuff. How fast will your home sell? Well, it depends. Aggressive, recommended, aspirational, like 5%, so 50. So like, what do we want to do here? So instead of saying what's the price, they're talking about how fast you want to sell. You talk about conversation. You get to know the person. You should be asking questions. Why are you selling? What's happening in your life? How your home compares. It pulls comps. You can edit these to put the comps in here that you want to put in here before you go to the presentation. Okay. You can send them this link. Here's the seller net sheet, right? If you click on these, they got a little pencil on the fly. When you're talking to a client, you can literally say, what's your payoff? 400,000. All right, cool. Now it'll adjust the difference of net proceeds. So what I do, 40,000, 400, I'll have to fix that. So as you can see, it kind of, and then I put in the buy down, a smart alternative to price cut. So instead of saying, hey, I don't necessarily want to cut the price, let's talk about some strategies that I use to give people, buyers specifically, a better opportunity to buy your home and have less payment. So I did a 2-1 buy down, a 1-1 buy down, and a permanent buy down.
99% of all realtors have no idea about the stuff you just showed.
Exactly.
How to utilize that to take advantage of selling a listing and do it in an alternate way. That's
right.
Awesome.
Hey, John, I know you've been doing a ton of filling the room with realtor events. Is this ever talked about? Like how to win listings when you go there? Like how do you literally crush it when you get there?
I mean, not yet. I mean, we're looking at this.
I know.
It's about to be.
It's the way the things are going to be. So.
Yeah. Here's the roadmap. Here's your 90-day marketing plan. Okay. Pre-launch, launch week, open house, active marketing, negotiate. And here's what I want from you guys. I want suggestions, man. I want to literally, like, when I'm already having massive success with this, but just showing them the basics. Okay. And then I haven't even showed this. I showed this the other day and they're like, oh geez. Okay. And so here's the open house strategy. It talks about that, breaks it down 2 weeks before, 1 week before, 3 days before, day before, directional, post-event follow-up, strategic. You guys thought I was done when I asked John that question, right? So here's your marketing plan, social media, professional video. Like you can turn this stuff off, on, whatever you want to do. But this is the stuff you should be doing, guys, to compete against the people that are going to use AI to do these things. Be human, be real, be inspirational, be relevant. Be ethical. So proven results that speak for themselves. Here's a little bit about the agent. Here is your from listing to new beginnings. Typical close, 30 to 45 days. Once we get like listing prep, active marketing. And then, then I did, your modern luxury meets Ocala. So this is your and then it creates a property site for you that is separate from the actual presentation that I just did. That shows, hey, I didn't want to break into your home. I always say this. I always have fun with I didn't want to break into your home to take pictures. So I thought I'd wait. And so we meet and then we can go from there. And then I do how I protect your sale. And it talks about smart seller moves. So as a seller, you're talking about the seller. So that's all the stuff that you do. And then you get to the end and it's your branding. QR code takes you to the site and you're off and running. So, hey, John, if we decide, I know this is your baby, this is your home. And I would love to, I'd love to work with you. But if for some reason we just don't fit, I can delete all this stuff that I've created for you already to help market your home and give you the plan and give you all this stuff. But if we decide to work together, I'm ready to go. Right?
Scotty, you realize this is like 10 software subscriptions in one at
I
least.
know.
I was just thinking about all of the real estate agents. And first of all, you're creating knowledge and education and giving them things that even the broker owners aren't or don't know of. So that obviously is a separation. And everybody's coming at the real estate community with a widget or a gadget of some sort.
Right.
But this is incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Congratulations, my friend. This is amazing.
Thank you.
And the crazy thing is too, is like, if you see the way most real estate offices are being set up now, there's like one broker, but for like 300 agents.
I know. Yeah.
Right. There's no true authority when it's coming to a lot of these shops. A lot of the small mom and pop shops, sure, they may have a strong BIC and so forth, but you can just align with them. But this is a kind of tool right here where all of a sudden you're the value for an agent.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, and here's the thing. Like, here's my thing. I don't want to work with everybody. I'm being dead serious. I want to work with the people that get it. I want to work with the people that, please don't be disappointed when an agent doesn't use this, because most of them won't. And they don't need to, but it gives them a little insight into who you are, what you're bringing to the table, what you're doing to try to help them. And somebody asked, I'm not selling this again for you guys that missed it. This is being sponsored by, and if you go to mlolive.com, you'll see the sponsors. So it's obviously I'm running the Ocala room, so you can click on any one of these to see model matches on Thursday. By the way, you want to see the new updated version of model match, but preferred education is the CE class that I personally signed up for, that I'm going to be doing CE classes for. So I'm going to use this that I'm sharing with you guys to work with preferred education to put some up-to-date CE classes together. I think they're in 44 states, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys want insight to that, it's pretty cool. So I want to show you the buyer packet. You know how we want to we want to put the buyer in bright lights. So if you go to the pre-listing pack, you got the expired listing and visible, so you can do either one of those. It creates the proper one for whatever you're presenting. So if it's expired, the flower pot strategy, there's guys in Michigan or Illinois, I think it was, used to walk through the snow so you could see the steps. And they would walk in, they'd buy these little flower pots. And the reason I call it a flower pot is they'd go to Lowe's, Menards, and those pallets of $5 little flowers. And when they buy the flower pot, they'd create a single property website, flyer, text code, QR code, banner, all that stuff. And they would walk up and say, hey, I noticed your home expired. I'm very sorry. I don't know what happened, but I would, if you decide to sell again, I'd love to interview for the position. And they'd hand them flower pot and say, I've created something for you. And this is what I do. And this is how I get homes sold for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. I'm guessing it was because of the marketing. Why didn't your home sell? And you have a conversation. One guy in 1 month locked down 2 million in listings. Working expireds, just doing the flower pot strategy, walking up to home saying, hey, I see your home expired. Love to interview for the position. If you decide to sell again, I've already created something for you. Give me a call. My information's on there. We'd love to have a conversation with you if you decide to sell. Crazy. So here's the buyer packet. You get a buyer in. Again, you can fill in the data, generate, and then here's Sarah and Mike. So it puts their information. Welcome, Sarah and Mike Johnson. And it talks a little bit about them. Budget, after you put in the numbers, target area, timeline. And then it talks about what to expect. So you remember how we talk about set the proper expectations so they know what the heck is going to happen? So you remove the uncertainty, you remove the, oh man, I'm just so scared, I'm nervous, emotions, blah, blah, blah. It talks about what to expect. Talks about living. It talks a little bit about the area that they're thinking about moving to. Down in Florida, we have a lot of people moving here. So you can change this by just putting in whatever you want to put in the buyer packet. You can put whatever you want here. And so and it talks about what to bring, what we need from you to get this approved. Pre-approval letter, photo ID, bank statement, like all this stuff. Check, check, check. How to protect your purchase. So this is where I took hey, John and Rick, you remember the turbulent letter back in the day where like we had a turbulent letter, like these are the things that could happen. So what I did is I took that and I put it inside of here. It's like how to protect your purchase, right?
Yep.
So I literally put all these things like, let's just go through these. So don't buy any major purchases. Don't buy a car. Don't go apply for a loan on furniture. Like keep your employment stable throughout the transaction. Have your income document ready to go. Make sure overtime or bonuses income is documented for at least 2 years. Like, so it kind of walks through all the different things. If you guys see something missing that you guys run into a lot, please let me know. But there's a lot of stuff here that once they hear it, they're just going to go, oh, okay, I want this home. I want this rate. I want this program. I don't want to mess it up. So if you're not setting the proper expectations and telling them all the stuff that they should or shouldn't do, and then my promise. So I just want to help you find, I protect the entire process from the start to finish. Every tip. So it kind of sets you apart and again, put your branding down there. So that's just some of the stuff inside here, but there's some content. You can make good content generator, listing writer, neighborhood expert, social calendar. You can do a social calendar if you want to, a flyer builder. This is really cool. So if your agent wants to upload photos, build a flyer, it literally spits out the flyer and puts the information here for you like right away within seconds. Content ideas. So as I live, eat, and I'm in here every day going, all right, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? So I'm looking for you guys to help me with that. So with that said, any questions?
Wow.
Hey, Scotty, when this prints up,
yeah.
If we're bringing it to an agent,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of questions in there because I was thinking the same thing on the co-branding. Can you be can the loan officer be the profile and add an agent to co-brand?
So yes, I can add that to it. The only thing that makes it about the only suggestion I would think about is 100% make it about them. But yes, I could add the person in there as the co-brander. Yes. Yeah, I could totally do that. Good idea though. I found myself, I don't know, when I first meet somebody, I don't have that relationship. I want them to say, how do I get your information on here? Right. Or how do we co-brand together once I have the relationship, once I've built the relationship so that they feel comfortable doing that with me. And so that's removing any aspect of me wanting something. Remember, like zero expectations of anything in return,
right?
But to leave them in a better place.
For the ones that already have the established.
No, that's a great idea. I love that idea. Yeah. No, I love that idea.
But for a warm referral or for a good relationship, I think that would be a good.
Yep, that'd be great. Yep, I will add that to it for sure. Sean, what you got, buddy?
If you're trying to onboard realtors, I think the easiest way to do it is just ask them the same old question, which is, hey, Scott, what's the one thing that's stopping you from getting more business into your pipeline? And it's going to be one of three answers every time. It's going to be, I need more leads, I need more bodies, or I need more money. Yeah. And all those can be answered by simply, using the same pattern, which is, hey, Scott, I could agree with you. Everybody needs more leads. Let me ask you a question. If I was able to give you a solution to help you do that, which would be 15 minutes of your time. Oh, of course I would. Okay, great. Yep. When you go and set the appointment. So it's, there's two questions. One is, what's going to get Rick to give you the appointment? Number two is, what's going to get Lynn and Rick, because let's say they're in a partnership and they're like, a broker or a team or whatever, and it's the team leader and the person who you're going to be in contact with. It's answering their number one challenge. And you can answer number one. And then what you said is make it all about them. 100%. 100% about them. Use words without using the words I or me in that conversation. And then when it comes to prompting, I would just say, Lynn, would you be okay with me just sitting in your office for like a day or so? I just want to understand what your conversational language sounds like and your process. I might even record some of it so that we can actually get my AI buddy to talk, walk, and smell and look just like you long before you even show up. Would you be okay with?
Yep.
And then you get the prompt. You get the AI to program itself.
100%, man. 100%.
So if you read about skills, they're called.
Yeah.
Is creating the
skills.
personality.
Yeah. Yep.
And the way you do that would be is to spend a little time hanging out with Lynn, learn her conversational language, what her closes sound like, and then plug them in.
Yeah.
And you're off to the races.
Yeah. Here's something I that just happened over the weekend as well that I need to share. I think it was Saturday. This is a crazy story. Okay, so every city has a Facebook group or page. Every city. If there's not, you need to be the one to do it. So in Ocala, it's called Everything Ocala. There's 100. Like I was mind blown. 160,000 in my group here in Ocala. Okay. And I take the approach of zero expectation. Just go in. I asked the question. So excited to be here in this group and in Ocala. Who has the best pizza in town? Guess how many responses I got?
Oh,
over 300.
wow.
Guys, these are homeowners. Guess who looked at my profile? She might even be on this call. I doubt it, but she might be. Guess who looked at my profile and friend requested me? A real estate agent. Guess who I talked to last night through Facebook? And guess who asked if I was licensed in Alabama? And guess who asked me to lunch?
Wow.
One post about who has the best pizza in my city. I did not talk about loans. I didn't bring up that I'm a mortgage banker. She said, I see you're a broker. Are you licensed in Alabama?
Wow.
Guys, like we're making this too hard. We're making this too hard. Okay. We're going back to the very first thing that I said, relationships. If you got commission breath, everybody on the show's talked about commission breath. Everybody's talked about sell this, sell that, sell this. Go build a relationship. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. The 4 SWs. Who cares? Right? Jerry, you know that saying, brother. Come on, man. You have a story about that. I remember that story.
Some don't, some will, some won't.
Yeah. So what? Someone's waiting. Always, always, always. So, and then I didn't even talk about this. I didn't bring it up. I'm like, hey, you got to check out it. I'm just like, I literally, hey, appreciate the friend request. Hope you're having a good weekend. Weather's amazing. That's it. And then we started, she has 96 acres in Alabama. She was hog hunting so they don't kill her deer, kill her crops. Literally, I know her probably better than most people. Do you fit? It was and she's a producer. She has 2 closings next week.
Wow.
From a pizza question inside a city. You guys with me? Because going back to if your profile doesn't say what you do and who you are, that's a mistake because people will look at your profile. Is everybody searching their city? All you do is put in your city and the stuff comes up. So you need to be a part of it, but don't I already have top contributor badge inside of the group. I'll show you this. It's crazy. 100. Let me just find. Hold on one sec here. All right. So here it is. And I just want to show you guys full transparency here. All right. Stop sharing. I'm going to share. Let's see. Screen share.
I'm just thinking that's a great way to get into a market that you're not in too. You know what I mean? If you don't live in that state, but you're licensed.
Yep. 100%. Look at this, guys. Excited to be here in Ocala. Who has the best pizza in town? 310 comments. 2 shares. And look I'm 3 days into the group.
Wow.
3 days. You can look at these guys don't have top contributor.
What a great idea.
It's like, guys, come on, man. Like there's 300 people. How many people own homes in this, like somewhere? And this freaks me out. These are 300 that have the law of 23 friends, family, and coworkers. It's endless. I might just like go dark and just live right here. You know?
Free too.
It's 100%. I asked about
different cities.
dude, it's just
everybody do it.
What? Everybody join my thing? Yeah.